What's up, WWE Champions Universe? It's Rusty and Lee from Champions Chat here tonight to power rate Hall of Fame Goldberg. Lee, what say you?
Goldberg.
Gold Dust.
Gold Dust was fun too. What I say is Goldberg is functionally your A tier character. So all the Hall of Fame that are new are S plus tier. That's just the way they've rolled. But he's the equivalent of your A tier character for the month. And I think that he fits damage wise, moves wise, right in that sweet spot. So keep in mind the A tier characters often have new things, especially plates that come out and kind of help them out. With this being an abbreviated 3-week, I don't know if that's the case for Goldberg or whatever, but I would say I would anticipate that he's going to get better. Also, if you took part, it was for sale, it wasn't free, but if you took part in the loot that offered his gear, they tried something out and they gave you one of his gears for $20, and his one gear automatically gives you +4 to all moves. So that is actually that's I'm not encouraging anybody to spend or to have spent, but that is a very inexpensive price for new gears that do +4 all MP. So yeah.
Lee, I still don't have a gear for Rey Mysterio or Tori. So a $20 gear feels pretty affordable. Now, if you're not a spender on the game, totally understand. You know what I'm the most excited about, Lee? You mentioned it in your Break It Down video, and you even used the language, a new cycle of trainer has been introduced. I put it up on the screen here for the community to see. At $35K, Goldberg, Hall of Fame, any color gems, any color, Lee, any color gems do 40% more damage. Bill Goldberg, or not Bill Goldberg, the person that is Goldberg is a pawn, right?
Whoa.
Pause. I don't know how to recover from that one.
Here.
I don't know how to recover from that one. So the person that Goldberg is, he's in their entourage, right? So that superstar is going to get 30% more health, right? So 40% more gem damage, all colors, any color, 30% more health. As if that wasn't good enough, we're going to now double the amount of training ability. We're going to have 2 more. We're going to increase kick out damage done by gems by 75%. Oh. That's more than Feud, isn't it? Feud's like 45%?
It depends on what step perks you have or whatever, but that is a lot. Keep going though, because there's more.
But wait, there's more. What do I always say? Every trainer, if you're going to offer, you better give me at least 2 MP, right? That's like classic Rusty quote. Well, Goldberg, green moves start with 2 more MP. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? So you get 2 green MP, you get 40% more move damage, you get 30% more health, and you get 75% kick out. That's bonkers, bro. Some superstars in the game just got outdated, right? I'm thinking Big Papa Pump training ability. Not so much. Yeah. Not so good anymore. If this cycle continues, Tech Gunther, not so good anymore. Not so good anymore, right? Your girl that you've been chasing, Tori Wilson.
Yeah, I just finally got her, and now her training ability is outdated. I mean, come on, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. To me, that's the training equivalent of the zombie cycle of coaches. It's, in my estimation, it's as essential as that.
Yeah.
Am I being a sensationalist?
I think there's a little bit of a new bias there that maybe I'm hearing, but I think it's very good. Here's the take I have, and I did share it in our videos, is that any one of those things, or really even any 2 of those things by themselves, we probably wouldn't really be so excited about. But having that many things at once on there, like I really, really agree with Merrick's that the next meta is going to be like health and damage based, maybe move damage based. So having the health, having the kick out, I mean, I would never use a kick out trainer before now. But the fact that it does, Seth freaking Rollins level of damage on that, plus does the MP, plus does, yeah, you're right. Every one of the 2 MP people that we used before is pretty much outdated at this point if you have these. So that's pretty cool.
And another thing is, Lee, you have to consider that it's like wearing an armor strap and is armor the gym defense? It's like having a gym defense maxed strap on top of your gym damage strap as well. So I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'm overdoing it. Well, let's look at Goldberg. We are talking power ratings tonight. We're going to put some polls in the chat. You're going to have 1 minute to vote on those polls as we rock and roll through this. Taking Goldberg into battle. This is the moveset that Lee and I both basically agreed on, and there is some variance to this, but what we're trying to do is the 7 MP spear and increase the damage of all your gems by 200% for 1 turn. Anytime you see that gem damage boost, you're probably going to want to use it unless you're going up against one of these new S+ tier Hall of Famers, because then they will steal your turn and deal you 2 million to the face. So spear, really, really good unless you're going up against Ron Simmons. So not only is he going to pump it, then you're going to deal about 500,000 damage and increase your yellow MP by 10. But hardcore, if the class is striker, first deal 500,000 damage and force your opponent to skip their turn for 1 turn. Goldberg seems to hate strikers. He has a bias against them. And that's going to lead up.
But wait, there's more.
And you know what, though? This is actually like every Goldberg match I've ever watched. A spear into a jackhammer. So then you're going to hit that finisher. It looks like it's about 1 million damage, and then make 40 random gems into purple gems and pin the opponent. Hardcore. If the opponent's style is focused, first deal about 1 million damage and increase your purple gem damage by 200% for 1 turn. Come on. That is really potent against specifically focused strikers.
And do you know who happens to be a focused striker that we always go up against on the road?
Oh, man. Let's do it. Let's take him. Zombie Sammy. Is about to meet his maker. Now, I've got to show you the entourage before we go to battle. But here's what we've got.
We also have a request in the chat to turn him silver, because then he apparently looks like the Silver Surfer.
Done and done. But now he's not Goldberg.
He's not Goldberg. Now he's Silver Surfer Goldberg.
I like gold. Okay, so we're going pretensies that we don't have his silver gear that gives us +4 MP, or his first gear that gives +4 MP. So we've got Woods on to get our MP, and then we're going to need 2 more MP. So we've got our Gunther while he's got some value left until we get that purple cycle in the Hall of Fame entourage. So he's going to do 2 more MP and purple gems, 40% more damage. We've got Zombie Brett for purple gems doing 40% more damage. And we've got Zombie Cody, purple gems doing 30% more damage. Because we're at gold, we're using percentage-based entourage. And because we're nice people, we're trying to use the most accessible and the most powerful entourage. So we didn't throw on like Jade Cargill, for example, or Rockin' Roman, right? So you may have those, and they may even be better. But we are testing for, I think, the majority of the community here. I've got 100% gem damage strap on him, which is now our standard on Champions Chat, 100% gem damage. I've got the Bubba Specs on him. When you activate a purple move, increase your purple gem damage by 50% for 1 turn. Lee, just curious, is the Bubba Specs a rare thing, a special thing?
I would personally say absolutely. It took me forever to get one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You might have some super good luck and get them, but otherwise you're kind of SO luck.
Yep. Well, I think it is too. I think it is too, Baby Ice. We're running a set of Fury 2s, and we've got our purple move damage Fury 2 maxed. Well, let's take him on the road against Zombie Sammy. Zombie Sammy's worst nightmare.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the Zombie Sammy killer if nothing else.
And I think he's the Striker Brett killer. I haven't looked at the game to confirm that Brett is in fact focused.
90% sure.
You notice everything's glowing, or at least the 2, right? So that means
all 3 are.
That means we've got combo moves. Right? So you've got duplicitous value here. So we're going to start by boosting our yellow MP and dealing that 1.5 million damage. All right. So he's also stunned him because he's a striker. And then we're going to boost we're going to use our spear to boost our gem damage, all color gem, by 200%. So Zombie Sammy's at 59 million. Remember, we've got the Bubba Specs on, so we've already triggered it twice. Now we're going to hit that jackhammer. We're going to hit that jack. Oh yeah, we do have gear on him. So the 200% gem boost. Boom goes the dynamite. 82 million damage.
Wow, that's nice. But go against Big Papa Pump just to give us what does he do against normal situations?
Yes. So, yep. And yes, we had It's Vaughn verified. Striker Brett is focused. So someone out there knew what they were doing, Lee. Someone out there knew what they were doing.
Somebody was like, let's go ahead and show what happens to Brett when he faces Goldberg in his career.
I'll even go as far as to say, I don't think Garrison would do that. I don't think G, in his love for Bret Hart, Bret Hart used to even do the roll-in on his video. So this was probably done against Garrison's will, or against him knowing. Right.
What are the odds it's a coincidence, though? I mean, what are the chances that they just happen to...
Zero.
Okay.
Zero chance. Zero chance.
Zero chance.
Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Goldberg, as Big Love calls him. And now
Goldberg.
Baby Ice says Garrison is downvoting all Hall of Fame Goldberg vids from here on out. All right, so we're going to do the same thing we did with not a focused and not a striker. 65 million health. We're going to hit the spear. We loaded the MP. So 63 million healthly. Okay. Let's see what it hits for.
Let's see. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
1 million to move. The 40 gems. 48 million. 48 million. He won't kick out. So that's fair. I mean, that's fair. A showboat likely would have kicked out. Any superstar with the new Hall of Fame Entourage would kick out with the 75% boost to kick out. So those numbers remind me of Zombie Brett.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Do you feel a similitude Zombie Brett?
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Is he feels very much, he is in place of the A tier character we would get for the month, and he feels very much like an A tier character. I think he's, pretty well in line with the others that have come out. Like, JD McDonough can hit insane damage if you have a whole bunch of things for him.
Right.
I think Gold is going to be, thanks for making him Goldberg again. I prefer that. I think that he is going to be in that category where there's going to be something, a plate or a whatever that comes out that really makes him go up. But overall, I mean, Yeah, he's all right. I mean, he's got other move sets we could look at, but honestly, that was the one that most consistently hit hard for me when I was doing the video for him. So,
Is there a basic plate that I could add to get more damage? Is there anything?
I don't remember finding one, to be honest, because
I
you're not
don't.
making countdown gems, you're not
Right,
making row breaks. I mean, you could just throw out a few. You could just gem chuck a little bit more, but that's not really going to do a whole
right,
lot.
right.
So. I don't remember one. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I just don't remember one.
Yeah, no,
So
I think you're right. I don't. Yeah, I would need a sub move to get more from the All Heart plate.
yeah,
So,
which
and you know
yeah,
what? There's not a purple equivalent of the. No, it's already on. It's the Ultimate plate, the Bubba Ray Specs. So yeah, there's
there's
not.
the Bubba Ray specs. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's not a
Okay.
purple equivalent of the Chic plate.
Well, I let's go in. Let's go into the power rating because I think there are other move sets, but I think for feud and for competitive play purposes, this is probably going to be the move set we go into battle with. So I'm going
I
to
think so too.
switch up here and pull this. See if I can get more on the screen. Look at that, Lee. Can you see that?
Nice, I can. You're really doing it.
Yeah, I
You're
am.
really doing
I just don't know how to
it.
get more.
You need to, at least from my preview, you need to stretch the right side a little bit more.
Yeah, the background was moving instead of the. Okay. Well, you know what I need to do is maybe zoom out of here.
There you go. There you go. That'll work.
Yikes.
I always do it at 7% for my screen, so. Oh, you need to go a little bit bigger than that.
Well, I've
Well,
gotta stretch
again,
it
we're
out.
working out the kinks for the first time.
There we go.
First time doing this one.
There we go. Plus, I'm usually the passenger. Oh, look at this! Look at
There
this!
you
He
go.
did it, ladies and
works.
gentlemen. He did it. Blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, doesn't he? So Lee. Speaking of Lee.
Speaking of Lee, what
All
about
right.
me?
Well, we saw the power. We saw it against a striker, no doubt. He was infinite damage. But
But I don't
in
think that's fair.
in normal battle, what did he hit for? 48 million? Was that our number?
48 million is the number. Yep.
All
So,
right. So
I
our
think
first,
that's a 4,
I
right?
would say, yeah, our first criteria is there it is. Our first criteria is that it's not votable, right? It's a standard. So he only hit
Right.
for about S tier equal to 80% or more of the current meta's top end damage. And if 60 million is our damage threshold, and he hit a little over 40 million.
48 would be. Yeah.
So he's right there. As we go to speed,
Exactly the number.
now he's 7 MP to get it loaded. So a 5 in speed, at least 2 of the following are true. MP charge equal to or less than 6. So automatically he's ruled out. So he's got to go down to 4. At least 2, right? Or no?
Well, no, because unless it's 2 of the following are true,
Okay.
but I don't think he'd win a feud match in under 45 seconds, unless he's going up against a focused striker.
Because it'll take 2 cycles, is why.
Yeah.
Okay. So arguably, or actually clearly, not arguably, he's a 4 because 2 of the following would be true. MP charge is 7, check. Moves recycle flawlessly, check. And or animations are fairly quick, check. 2 cycles. I think you could get it done in 60 seconds. Any thoughts on that? You're a faster feeder than I am.
I think he'd be fine with 2 cycles. It just depends on, who you're going up against, what they're running, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think he'd be good for that.
And I think what we're going to see is it's going to matter if they have a 75% kick out person in addition to the 45% kick out feud bonus. I mean, oof. Okay. So now get your votes ready. Lee, are you good to create polls tonight? Can you be our
Sure.
pollster? Nice.
Yeah, I could do that.
Well, Lee, we're going to talk about his readiness ability. For Goldberg to get a 5 in readiness, he would need 0 to 1 special things. Now, a special thing, we define it as a plate, gear, moment, etc. to make him work well. To get a 4 would be character needs 2 special things. Again, plate, gear, moment, rare trainer to make them work well. A score of a 3, he would need 3 special things to get him up and running. And then if a character needs 4 special things, we're really struggling. That score's going down to 2. If they need more than that, it's probably going to be you're trying to fulfill a CSS requirement. And he would need... and so we've got... The community was offered a $20 USD silver gear to load 4 MP. That special thing is basically available if one were to want it. We also
nerfed it for this.
Oh, we did. You're right.
Because otherwise we would have used. We could have run him differently trainer wise.
You're right,
and gotten a little bit higher damage.
So we did have a Bubba Specs plate on. So there's one special thing. We did have a gold gear on.
Have the second gear. Yeah.
Now. Yeah, gosh, and that's 75% more gem damage. So that may be the equivalent of having a 150 strap or having something that makes him a little more powerful. Maybe you have a top plate. Maybe you've got better trainers even. So we are going to go to the vote. Lee's going to put up the lightning poll.
Here goes.
And after that demonstration, you tell us what you think Goldberg is. Lee, what do you think about readiness, Goldberg's readiness?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I definitely already went ahead and grabbed his gear, $20 for a gear. I'm sure I'll use Goldberg at different points, but overall, I mean, I would say he definitely needs a lot of things, and that's kind of the way A tiers are. Think about Powerhouse Hogan. Powerhouse Hogan didn't get to be like the best powerhouse in the game until we started adding a lot of stuff to him. So, that's kind of my threshold for A tiers. Is they're okay out of the box, but they need a lot of things to be really good. But if you have those things, my goodness, they can become your best character.
Yeah, so look at the top of the pinned chat, guys. Click up there, click the number, and then click vote. We've got a neck and neck tie for 5 and 4 at 40%. Let's get that tie broken. Someone, the tie did not get broken.
It didn't get broken, but I would have not voted 5. But we do also have Discord. Don't forget, we do also do these power ratings discussions on Discord, and as of right now. For readiness, there is only 1 vote for 5, and there are 4 votes for 4. So 4 clearly would be the winner.
Nice. I cast my vote. I actually did vote in that poll, and I voted 4 as well. Because I really think, like, if we took that gold gear off, if there was a way to lower by 75% gem damage, it would not have been good. It would not have been meta relevant, right? If we were to not have that. So I think his gold gear is kind of essential at this point. Yeah. We'll see how it's offered. Maybe future loots, maybe a prize wall this month.
It's in the loot right now.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have it. All right. Versatility, Lee. We're talking about taking Jill Goldberg into multiple forms of battle. To get a 5 in versatility, the character is competitively usable in feud, boss, and showdown. The big 3. Also, character makes special gems that help against the boss or extreme rules. Also, Gemmania. We have to file there as well. To a score of 4, the character is competitively usable in at least 2 of feud, boss, and showdown. Character has gem types that help in 1 of maybe boss and or extreme rules. A score of a 3, a vote of a 3 would be character is competitively usable in 1 of the following: feud, boss, or showdown. Character may be a sleeper occasionally for boss. Vote of 2 would be character is not strong in any competitive format or mode, but may be capable of winning tours or blitzes. So basically a CSS, right? Hold your nose and use them as you must. Versatility score of 1. Character doesn't seem to be basically usable in any key modes. Time for a revamp. Were the devs drunk when they made this one? That would be the score of 1. So we are going to get our...
It's ready.
We are going to get our poll up, and Lee is going to launch the poll. Cast your vote for Versatility. Lee, Bill Goldberg has that sweet link, that Hall of Fame link, given 4 more MP. So in a showdown setting, I love him. I love it.
Okay.
Right? Or I love all Hall of Fame in a showdown setting. So he checks the box there for me. Does Bill check the box anywhere else for you?
I mean, again, if you very, whoa, that is a big-headed Goldberg. If you very specifically target focus strikers, then yeah, he's got a lot of versatility in feud. Otherwise, I personally have a lot better showboats that I would use. But yeah.
I think I might like Bill Goldberg better than Rey Mysterio, Hall of Famer. Honestly, I think I would rather feud and do 2 cycles than swing and miss with Rey. I would rather, oh, they have a stun immunity. Oh gosh, I didn't realize that. Or, oh man, I didn't break enough multis on the other, the tricolor. Or, oh, I forgot to load one of my. So yeah, he just feels very straightforward. Where Rey feels like he really needs a lot. Do you think the community got it right with a versatility score of 4?
Again, we always say defend it. Like, what 2 modes would you use him in? Boss battle, maybe. I mean, he could. I don't think he's going to be the guy to destroy for boss battle, but I think he definitely can break some colors.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be like, oh gosh, why are you using him in boss battle? But I don't think he's going to be the top guy. Feud, I don't really see him to be a go-to currently. But again, it depends on what comes out that beefs him up. So I don't think he's bad. I would have been a 3, but the community says 4. Let me look Discord though. Discord is literally even votes between 2, 3, and 4. So really doesn't actually help us there.
I think I like Goldberg for boss battle. I think I like that he has a gem damage boost, because if that color is in vogue, right? If purples are getting 500% boost in boss battle and he does another 200% boost to it, I love it.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So I think feud. I've got better showboats, I think. And I would say even equal to maybe like Brett, right? Zombie Brett. So
yeah.
Entourage ability. Now this is a new one. This is the one where at the beginning of this video, or the beginning of this stream, we looked at. I've got to pull it up here again to remember all that it does. But to get a 5 in a score for Entourage ability, it's an essential trainer or coach. They add something you don't want to go into battle without. For a 4, it's going to be widely used trainer coaching ability. Helps the character it's being used on to reach their full potential. A 3 would be a niche trainer or coaching ability. May not be used much, but very valuable when needed. I think about like Ghostbuster Cena's Countdown Entourage. Very niche, yet made him wildly powerful. 2 would be a trainer or coach offers something if you're missing other trainers, coaches that do the job better. Like we use Zombie Cody, right, for that coaching ability, but they're arguably they're better. But we still plug him in because of he goes wide. And so then a 1, outdated, not useful at all. Trainer coach ability, most likely, you're going to put something else there. So going back to his Entourage ability before we vote, we are going to go to trainer. Okay. This is 4 separate things. If he's in your Entourage, any color gems do 40% more damage. Check. 30 Superstar gets 30% more health. Check. Increased kickout damage done by gems by 75%. Check. Green moves start with 2 more MP. I'm going to be silent. Lee, launch the lightning poll when you're ready. I'm not going to hype this up at all. I just want to see how the votes fall.
Right. Yeah, because this is something new. This is something we don't have. I mean, we haven't seen it this way, blah, blah, blah. Like, so we've got to figure out how do we decide this? And whatever we decide, this will also be the score for Tori and for Ron Simmons. So this is not just voting Goldberg. This is going to be the vote for the entire class of the Hall of Fame 2025.
Baby Ice says all votes under 5 will be reported.
Gotcha.
That's
well,
funny.
I'll tell you, it is distinctly a 5, although there's not a ton of votes on Discord this week, but it is distinctly a 5 on Discord. So
Lee, how about you?
Too soon.
How would you rate this? Are you excited to go into battle with this?
Again, I'm between a 4 and a 5. Like it's going to replace anybody that I used that had 2 MP and anybody that I used, it's a 5 hip designer. It's done there. So, it's going to be, sorry, I did mean Molly footers. I definitely meant Molly. But yeah, it's going to replace anybody that I go to for their, their 2 MPs. So each one we get there, keep going, but I don't know if that's like as big a deal to me as the zombies were, but it's good. The trick is the trainer abilities. In fact, we just saw Shelton Benjamin Powerhouse go to 60% gem damage. So a lot of the way it's kind of offset to me is, we're seeing this as a replacement for Gunther, for Big Papa Pump, for others. But now a lot of the older characters are being brought up to 60% from there. So yeah, it's interesting. But the community voted 5, so let's see it.
I love it. I'm excited to see it in action. I'm curious if we'll have regrets about a 5. I think it's TBD. Let's put it to the test this weekend in Feud and see if we're impressed or if we're depressed for doing that. So Footer says should think about it without the specific color MP since it's a vote for all. Well, yeah, I mean, so there's going to be a cycle of it, right? So we're saying it can't be different value. The value is the same regardless of the color for that cycle. And we try to do that.
Because it's not like they're doing different gem types or something where it's like, oh, but one's multiply and one's not. It is just literally the colors. And so
and fair point, some might say, but I don't use green. So because we got a 5, I think we're safe on that. That brings our total composite score to 21, Lee. 21. Where do I go to see how he ranks? Is that ranking summary or mail visual sheet?
Visual sheet is the one where you see it with the pictures, and the ranking summary is the super handy dandy one that JD Nash does for us.
All right. So the score of 21, he is exactly equal to Zombie Brett and Kofi Angelo. I mean,
okay,
perfect.
That's fair.
I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. And look at the score of Zombie Brett, 44445. And that's who he reminded me of the whole time I was playing with him. That's funny. That's really funny.
It just shows how consistent this system really is. So
I like Solo Sikoa better than Goldberg. I like Waller better than Goldberg. I don't like Huskus, but I also don't know that I'm running him correctly. So
there are some who can run him to like where he gets 90 million turn 1, but that's you need some stuff. I don't know what the stuff is yet.
I know.
Oh my goodness, you need some stuff.
Yeah. So that would put a 21 would put Goldberg on par with like Terry Funk, Eric Rowan, Bubba Ray Dudley, Tama Tonga, CM Punk. So that's kind of where he's at comparatively in the game. Lee, you got anything you want to say before we wrap up this little recording?
No, I think that kind of fits. Goldberg is fun. I don't know that he is the world changer that I would have wanted Goldberg to be, just considering, he's one of those historical figures I would love to see a top tier version of. But you never know. All it takes is one plate or one trainer, and anybody can go up. But 21, I think, is a very fair score for him. I think he's pretty much equal to Zombie Brett, as you said. So, yeah, that's good. And let's talk about another Hall of Famer we're gonna power rate tonight in a minute.
All right, we're gonna stop this recording and do another one.